Hey guys, how are you? So let's keep going with our blueprints. All right, let's go. In the last class, we made the blueprint of the entrance door that it rotates, right? Um, and now we're gonna make a blueprint for the sliding door. So it's very similar to do it. Uh, okay, so this door here. Okay, so let's do it. I'm gonna move it like this. I'm gonna adjust here. Nice. So it's gonna open, okay, like this. All right. Cool. This door here we're gonna consider fixed, okay, and this one is gonna slide, okay, like this, and this one it's gonna go here, okay, but we're gonna do one at a time. All right. So I'm gonna do it here as the door is already in the scene. I'm gonna convert to blueprint to make it easier, okay? So go here, convert selection, harvest components. I can even rename this here, BP underline sliding door. Okay, it has opened here already with our door. In the content, it saves here in the folder. Um, and yeah, perfect. So what are we going to do first? Same thing as we did in the last class. Let's create our box and let's adjust here the size. Okay, let me do it here. Okay, after if it's necessary we can adjust more. Okay. Nice. All right, we have our box collision and we have the mesh of the door. Let's rename this here as SL door. Okay, and nice, we have our mesh and our box. I'm gonna change it here so they're not be like depending on each other. Okay, now let's do our programming. I can delete this. And now I'm gonna add the begin overlap and the end overlap, right? Right, I'm gonna connect this here with the first person cast to. All right, BP first person character. All right, I'm gonna duplicate this because we're gonna use the same here. All right, just to make sure it's the first person that we are activating here. And now I'm gonna add my timeline. Yeah, open SL door. I can change the name here. All right, I'm gonna create my float as I did the other time. Shift and I click on the line. All right, pin here. The size is gonna be 2 as well. Create another pin there. All right, I'm doing this fast because that's the same what we did in the last class. And I'm gonna use here the other thing that we used, like the value from 0 to 1. That's gonna be visible on the editor. Let's see. Look, we have to rename this here. Okay. Right button, you can rename this. I'm gonna put let's see, distance. Yeah, perfect. Here I can connect as well in reverse because it's gonna open and after it's gonna close. All right, so here it is the same reasoning. The character comes here and the event is gonna happen and it's gonna do the sliding, okay, when the character goes here. So look at this. So, or like this, instead of rotating, it's gonna slide now, okay? So we need to use another not that is very similar, just with one detail that is different. Uh, Now, instead of using the rotation, I'm gonna use the location. And an interesting detail that I didn't do in the last class on purpose, so that we could learn how it works here. Okay. So if you see that I typed here and my content sensitive is already turned on, look, it is already suggesting the components here that I want to use, right? So it already understood what I want to do. I just have one component here. The other one is the box collision. So it is suggesting if I had a lot of components, it would show all of them. Okay. All right. So let's put it here. This one. All right. Now I have this, and I already have the variable here. Okay. It would be the same process of me taking the variable here and put this location here, this one, the same thing. Okay, but for here, it already understood and it did it for me. Okay, here same thing as the other one. We're gonna move only one axis. Okay, let's see. We're gonna move the y axis. Okay, that is the green one. Here it is a location. It always give you the three coordinates. Do the same thing that as we did in the last class. Look, it opens here the coordinates separated. Okay, I'm gonna move in the y. Okay, I'm gonna connect here. No, I will have to do the other thing that we did. Look, I'm gonna create a variable. I'm gonna call it distance. I'm gonna change here to float, and I'm gonna leave it opened. Perfect. And I'm gonna click and drag here, and I have my variable here. I can compile this, so it's gonna appear here, and I'm gonna put a distance of 100. After we can control during the scene. Click and drag here, and multiply, and put it here. And from here, I put it here in the Y. Okay? Compile and save. There is no error, so let's test this. I have the music here, but I'm gonna turn it off. Otherwise, it's gonna bother us. Oh, it's here. All right, let me put in 0 here. Okay. And let's keep going. Yeah. Look at this. It has opened. It has opened just a little bit. So now we're gonna control this. Okay? Directly in the editor. I don't need to create the blueprint anymore. So let's see. The Y here. For 66, I'm gonna move until 786. So it's gonna be 320. So I'm gonna move 320, right? Look, my distance here, I'm gonna change it here, 320. Nice. Nice, right? Really nice. Yeah. So here it's done. Our sliding door. Where else I have these sliding doors? Oh, there's a detail. If you think it's too fast, it's opening too fast, we can change it. I have to go here, blueprint, and I have to change the time here. Let's put 4 seconds. And here, 4 seconds. And I press play. Okay. Look. Now it's kind of slow. I think 3. is gonna be better. Let's see. Play it. Now it's cool. Yeah. It kind of speeds up because of that curve. But yeah, nice. Very good. Uh, so now we have this sliding door and this other one here. This one, there's a detail of the curtain here. We're gonna talk about it after. And there's another sliding door here. So I'm gonna show you guys how we can use the same blueprint for different meshes. It's very simple. Here I have a blueprint, but I have the mesh. That door is bigger than the other one. So I'm gonna use the same programming for this mesh here, right? So let's do it. I'm gonna save it here and close it. Well, I need to create a copy of this blueprint, all right? Otherwise it's gonna change of both. So I'm gonna duplicate this, all right? I can leave the same name, like a sliding door. Okay, now I'm gonna take this mesh here. It's here. I'm gonna see my content, and then I'm gonna open it here, and I'm gonna change my mesh. Well, I just have to select my door here, and I change the mesh here. Let's see. Oh, let's get back. Select here. It's here, yeah. I just take it here. Nice. It has changed the mesh. Now, obviously, I'm gonna do the changes, the basic changes. Just have to adjust here. And my event graph didn't change anything. It's the same thing. Everything is the same, okay? Only the distance that we're gonna have to adjust. But yeah, as we did the variable visible for the editor, I don't need to change the blueprint anymore, okay? So now I need to delete this mesh here and I add the new blueprint, okay? Look at this. Then we can see that the material, when we add the mesh, it is with the wrong materials. There is no problem. We're gonna fix this, okay? So how can I do it? Well, I can go here. Before that, before deleting, let me get back because I'm gonna take the material of the older mesh. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna take these materials. So let's see. So I'm gonna take the material here. Let's see. No, no, that's right. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, the element one. Okay, put it here. And the glass, I'm gonna search this and I put it here in the, yeah, compile and save it, and perfect. Now I can delete this mesh. I can position this again like this. Let's see the view top here. Let me put it here, right? And I play it. Let's see. Look at this. But it is opening from to the wrong side. So it have to open the other way. I want to open like this, okay? So let's put here minus 150. Almost good. Yeah, a little more. Minus 160. And I'm gonna increase the time here. Look, I'm gonna put 2 seconds. Okay, compile, save it, and play it. Look. Yeah, nice. And it closed, opened, closed. Right? Nice, very nice. Let's get back here now. Nice, guys. So now, what else? Now we're gonna show you. We have this door here, and it's gonna be closed here. Dennis showed you in the last classes how to do this this curtain, like the animation, and then when we press play, it moves the curtain, you know. But before, the door was open, and that makes sense. But now it doesn't make sense because the door is closed. So uh, I have to find a way that when the door opens, it's the curtain is gonna move. All right. First thing that we have to do is to turn off uh, the play of the curtain. Okay. When you press play here, it's configured. When I press play, the curtain moves, so we have to turn it off. Okay. So to do that, I need to go to details, and I click here, right? Running. So it's not gonna run. Okay. We have these two parameters running. When I press play, it runs. Okay. And the looping, if I activate this, it's gonna run one time and it stops, and again and again and again. Okay. So that's look, and it starts again, so yeah. We have to turn them off, both of them. Nice. I showed how to do it. Okay, but this blueprint, we're gonna make a blueprint of this door. Okay, and then to be able to do to press play in the curtain with the blueprint, I need this curtain to be part of my to be a component of my blueprint. Okay, of the sliding door. Okay, it's not the sliding door one. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're gonna create a new blueprint. Okay, and we're gonna put the curtain inside this blueprint. Okay, so it's gonna have the two meshes. Nice. So let me verify something here. I think that's the same mesh. Sliding door, mesh. Okay, let's see. Box 093. Let's see. The same. Okay, so I can just duplicate this blueprint, and that's gonna be easier. Okay. Let's duplicate this, and I'm gonna put a sliding door curtain. Okay, perfect. Nice. Now I can delete this. No, I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna add in the scene. I'm gonna put the same position here that the other one was. Where is it? It is opened, right? Oh, it's here. It's here. Okay, so okay, it is positioned here, and if I press play, it's gonna open, as you can see, but it's on the wrong side. It's opening to the wrong side, so let's correct this. This one, let's see. I can delete this door. Let's put minus 320. Okay. And close it. Okay, that's great. So now I'm gonna add this curtain into our component there. Let me open it here. Viewport. Okay, nice. This curtain here, if you see, it's not a static mesh, it's a geometry. Okay, so I cannot go here and try to add a static mesh. It has to be the same material. Geometry cache. Okay, I'm gonna put curtain here. Nice. Let's find our curtain here. I'm gonna put it here. Nice. I'm gonna position this. I think it was added. The scale was increased a little bit, so let's adjust here so it's gonna be the same size. Nice. Okay, now I can delete this. I'm gonna take the same material here so that I can put in my curtain because there is no material. Compile, save. Nice. So here I can delete the curtain that is behind. Nice. Now this blueprint is the door and also the curtain. Okay, let's access here as we already duplicated the other blueprint. So well, now I need to open the door. It is already solved. Okay, as the character touches, let me see, the box, it's gonna open the door, right? And it's gonna execute this timeline and it's gonna change the location of the mesh. That is the door. Now when it opens, the character touches the box, it opens the door and also play the curtain. Okay, nice. So basically that is the concept of flow. Comes from here, goes here, here, here. All right, nice. So the logic here is, for example, it's moving the curtain here. Okay, from here I go to press play, right? More or less, because the timeline has a feature of being like having a time. Things in the float of blueprint, they happen in orderly but instantaneous way. Okay, so it happens instantly. All right, so yeah, that's it. So a feature of the timeline is that you have a time. Okay, you have an order, so things can happen. You have some animations that are gonna open. You can control that. All right, so here we have the update, the not, and the finished. Okay, it's gonna play, and here it's gonna update this float. All right, each information that I have here. So in the background, what Unreal is doing? Well, each frame here, it updates. Let me open it here. It updates the value of each frame. Look, you see the value is going to increase. You see the curve. So, wow, it's updating this knot for each frame per second based on this curve here of the time, the values and everything. So it's putting a lot of events for this knot here to update, okay? So if you go here in the sequence, it's gonna get confused, okay? Because it's gonna pull a lot of events, a lot of things here. It's gonna be put here, updated. Nice. So I could put things here, but it can, get some problems. So it's better if we don't do it. It's gonna get confused. So we're not gonna do it. Another solution would be finished. This timeline, when it gets here in 3 seconds, it's gonna put an event of something, okay? So for example, let's suppose if you want, like when it finishes opening the door, we see the animation, if that was the goal. So we could go here, all right, finished, and then things are gonna happen, some event. But that's not our case, because when the door opens, the curtain is gonna be moving because the wind is gonna coming, okay? So it's not cool to go here, and it doesn't help. So we're gonna have to create a bifurcation, okay? So in the flow, so things are gonna happen at the same time, okay? So let's do it. There is a knot. Actually, there are a lot of knots of flow, but one of them is the sequence. As the name says, it makes a sequence. It's gonna do this event, and if I want more than one, look at this. I can put the amount of events that I want. So it's going to do this event and also this event at the same time, So basically, if I don't have the timeline and I put a play here, it would work, yeah. It would be the same thing, for example, if I put a play here or here. Because basically, everything is working at the same time. So whatever, it doesn't matter. But in our case here, we need to do for here because we have a timeline that is shooting a lot of events here. Okay, so all right, let's do it. I'm gonna remove here the ones that I'm not using. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off, this reverse, okay, because when I have to do it in another way. Okay, so when I press play, the character, when he touches the box, it's gonna execute these, okay, at the same time. All right, okay, so all right, let's take the curtain here or that, and I put it here, and now I can type play here, okay, and here we have the knots. Let's see, from start, reverse it. Well, when I press play, the animation is in the frame 0, okay? Let's suppose there are 100 frames. I press play, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, and for some reason I stop in the frame 50. So for Unreal, the animation went from 0 to 50. If I press play again a second time, Unreal is gonna take the 50 and it's gonna keep going, okay, from the 50, and it's gonna keep going, okay? But there's a detail here. It goes from the 0 to 100, okay? When it gets to 100, it's gonna stop. If I press play again, Unreal isn't gonna play because it is in the frame 100, so it doesn't get back, So before pressing play, I would have to get back to 0, the frame 0 to press play again. So sometimes it's kind of hard, so be careful. Sometimes it looks like you're using the not play and it's not going because of this, you know. You have to get back from the 0, from the frame, then you can get started again. But if you use the play from start, it's gonna go from start, okay? So if you went from the 0 to 50 and press play again, it's gonna go from the 0 again, okay? That is the one that we want, okay? We want to see the entire animation, and next time we press play, we want to go again, okay? Nice. The reverse, it's like it's gonna go from the, for example, frame 100 until the frame 0, okay? And the other one, same thing, okay? This one is gonna play from the frame that it was stopped, and this one is from the end to the start, okay? Nice. So the sequence here, okay, it's perfect. Let's test this to see how it's gonna be. Press play. Let's test this. Let's get closer. Look. Nice. Let's do it again. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna press play and the curtain isn't gonna running automatically. So let's see. Look. Right? Nice. And then it's gonna do the movements until the end. All right? Look. Let's suppose that I go here and then we turn off the command of reverse, right? So it's quite there. Okay, so now we can see. You see, when I get closer to the box, when I touch the box, it happens. But the door didn't do anything because it is already in the final of the animation. Okay, nice. Let's get back here. This reasoning is the same reasoning of the timeline. If I had put here, it's the same reasoning, okay? All right, but if you notice, after I touch the box, the curtain already moves. Look at this. The door even didn't even open and the curtain is already moving. So we could change it a little bit. Let's add this. I mean, after the door opens, then the curtain can move. So let's put a delay here. Let's see. We already saw this delay knot. Let's see. Let's add this delay. Okay. So before I press play, we can put here 0.7. Yeah, I think that's enough. Let's test there. Okay, let's get closer. Look, the door opens. All right. You see? It's an animation. Even after the door closed, the curtain is still moving a little bit. As it's not done on Unreal, it's not the wind like that is, moving this curtain, this mesh. So Unreal doesn't know when the door is opened or closed. So let's do something. When the door closes, I'm gonna put the stop. I'm gonna put here. Let me see the variable curtain. I'm gonna put stop. Okay, we have this option here. Okay, so the reasoning is when I stop touching the box, it's gonna stop the animation and it's gonna put the door to the right position. Okay. Look, the curtain, that doesn't make sense. So we cannot control this for Unreal because it's an external animation. You know, it's like a video that is running. You see? Look. So we cannot control this inside Unreal. This effect, this animation would have to be done inside Unreal so that we could have control, you know? Wow, so we're gonna create an effect here to make this beautiful in our scene, you know? Uh, and I suggest, for example, to make the curtain, the door, closing automatically, okay? Without needing the character to touch the box, okay? Then we're gonna have more control. We're gonna press play in the animation, and when it finishes the animation, the door is gonna be closed, okay? So it's gonna be like the door closed and the wind stopped. So let's do it. I'm gonna show it to you so that you can understand better. So I can delete this here, and I'm not gonna have the end overlap anymore. I'm just gonna have the effect of the begin. So the reasoning here is we're gonna make this. I'm gonna create one more flow from a time. It's going to close the door for me. Okay, it's gonna be the time of the animation. So I'm gonna create one more here and one more delay. Okay, for my tests, I already know that it's like 10 seconds. All right, so I'm gonna leave here 10 seconds, and actually I can even change it here. All right, 10 seconds, and here whatever, 3, they're gonna work at the same time. And then I'm gonna make my door gets back. All right, the reverse. So let's test this. I'm gonna press play, and then look, it has opened the door. All right, if I get out of the box, nothing's gonna happen. And look, nice, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna do one more test so that you guys can see a detail that I touch it, and the curtain moves, the animation. You could notice that it had a little, it skips the animation a little bit. You see that the curtain is stopped in a position, and then when I touch, it kind of escaped a part of the animation because it's getting to the frame 0. So there is nothing we can do about it. So it's getting back to the frame 0, okay, to keep going. And yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. Unless when you're doing there in the 3D, if you do exactly the animation, the last frame is equal to the first frame, the position of the mesh, then you're not gonna have this problem. But this animation, it's very hard to do that. It's a fabric animation, so yeah. But it's okay, you know. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with this. Let's take a look at this. All right, after 10 seconds, it's gonna close. All right, look at this. Nice. Cool, guys. I think that's it that I wanted to show you. All right. So we saw in this class how to do the sliding door. Okay. That is basically like the entrance door, but we changed some details here. Okay. Here I already showed how to adapt that same blueprint by just changing the mesh, and then some changes that is necessary. Very simple. And here we showed how to make an animation runs together with the a sliding door, okay, at the same time, you know. And we changed the mode of, you know, closing the door. Now it's for time. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next class. See you.